I have finally returned with Sangatsu no Line Season 2 Episode 17. Because as you know... I should have done this actually yesterday, because what happened was, this should have been a yesterday thing, but Twitch died. Literally, Twitch just completely stopped. Twice on me, actually. So I thought, oh good, I've got it back, and I actually be able to start it. Almost started it and it stopped. I was like, great. And then I went to YouTube to do it on YouTube, and YouTube freaking died as well. So there was that. So it was quite the predicament, as they say. So in the end, I had to actually kind of leave Sangatsu for today and actually do it today. And also, goddamn, having tiny earlobes is the worst thing ever because your headphones just fall out all the time. Because my other headphones just died, literally. So I have to use these. So yeah, as we know, I left off last time, we actually finished the whole entirety of Rei versus Arima, which was quite the fight indeed. Actually, it was less a fight and more of a deconstruction relationship between them. But this one, oh boy, we're going to Burnt Fields, and Burnt Field. I say Burnt Fields, but it's Burnt Field. Burnt Field is quite the chapter, actually, well, chapters. Like, really, this whole entire arc is absolutely phenomenal. It really is. Like, Yanagihara just comes out of nowhere, just like, boy, like, wow, alright, I'm liking this, I like where this is going, so let's see what happens here. And it just continues to evolve from there, and then every single character is just beautiful. Beautiful. Animation, the sound design, and everything like that will be absolutely killing this episode, I think. So, yes. Do apologise for actually not being here yesterday, but as we know, the whole entire thing with Twitch happened, so that was that, and now we're kind of, I think we're alive. Is Twitter dead now? That's an interesting concept. Twitter's fine, I think. Alright, let's test that theory. If I can actually tweet, it's alive. It's alive! Twitter's actually alive, surprisingly. It's one of the other things that actually has not gone down recently. Everything else just completely dies, like, within about 2 minutes. This one, it's fine. Also, a thing was the fact that Crunchyroll didn't even release this episode yesterday properly, so that was that as well. It's a whole wealth of things that were happening. A whole wealth of things were happening yesterday to me. That's why I couldn't actually do anything yesterday. Well, besides one thing, because eventually started to work, but I thought, okay, we'll do this today. So anyway, enough talk of me slowly descending into complete chaos when it comes to my own life. Let us watch Sangatsu no Line Season 2 Episode 17 in 3, 2, 1. Let us watch it now. Oh boy. This OP. As I said like yesterday before my entire thing just died. I prefer opening 3 because it's more metaphorical. But my god, this opening has the best Shimano shot ever. The Shimano shot it has. It's beautiful. Beautiful, I must say. It's weird that Twitter's not loading because it normally works all the time. There's my Shimada shot. Oh, it's beautiful, that Shimada shot. Hopefully this time actually doesn't it doesn't actually die on me. The opening's alright. It's just it's a little less shaft than previous ones were, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, that's the thing. It's no previous 2 OPs. It's annoying because it doesn't really feel shaft. It doesn't really feel shaft. It feels more like some other company, or production company, really. Should I say? It's what it feels like more than a shaft OP. A shaft OP is always late. Is always like kind of got. It's always, what's the word? Covered in metaphors. But this one more just kind of allows you to see the characters themselves and how they've actually kind of impacted Rei's life more than anything. But yeah, it's a bit disappointing compared to previous OPs, but it's still pretty good. But Burnt Field, boy, let's go. Let's go. Been too long since I've actually seen a show before as well. Too long it's been. And there are best boys. Why is Shimano such a fan though? Like Shimano is the best fam ever. It literally is. He's such a cool fam. Man, I've missed Nikaido as well. It is true. Every single character in this show can actually have their own show. It's possible. Each can carry their own narrative, which actually is quite difficult when you think about it. A lot of other shows could actually make the kind of sub characters like carry their own narrative, but they actually can in this show. It's actually absolutely amazingly done. I still love that shot as well. That shot's so freaking good. Such an amazing shot that shot is. Shimada's actual determination as well, but the OST is amazing. But Shimada's actual determination is absolutely incredible. Like, because beforehand you're like, oh, will he ever get back up after that loss beforehand? But nah, he gets back up straight away, and she just continues and just like, I'm gonna do this right now. It's amazing just seeing him do anything. Oh, oh, Shaft. Shaft, my boys. Man, that shot. Oh my god, that shot. That shot. God, I actually wish people would actually kind of just talk about animation in this show. Like, just more people talk about the animations. It's so freaking phenomenal. Like, just no one talks about it. It's disheartening because this show has such great and amazing animation. It was actually when you think about it. So it kind of tells you like, look, like people tend to leave. They put everything onto you like to continue. It's like it kind of yeah, it kind of binds you to the point you don't know where to go and where to look. It's scary, that kind of thought when you think about it. Like everyone entrusts you to continue, as if you're not doing it for yourself, you're doing it for everyone else at the exact same time. It takes a toll on you. That's the thing. It's true. Like what he's saying is true. Like they don't think they're putting a curse. They're saying, "Oh look, don't worry, continue for my sake," and everything like that. It's they're almost saying, "Look, we're not doing anything." It almost as if like, look, they're not doing anything, but inadvertently they are, because they don't think they're doing anything, but they are at the same time. It's actually kind of scary because they're just saying to say, "Look, continue for us, continue to go on for us, also for your own sake, but for us as well." And it's kind of horrible as well. Oh god, that shot hurt. That shot hurts me. That shot hurts me. Because it turns into you're not doing it for yourself. You're doing it for everyone else at the same time, and it becomes more of a burden for yourself, because then the stress gets even more and more to the point you just can't continue. Just stop, and your brain just can't continue. That's the thing about this whole entire arc, is the fact that it kind of explores Yaniga Hara's character to the point that it kind of tells you, look, it ain't so cut and dry as you think it is. A lot going on that you don't really know. And I really do like that as a concept, because this could in theory be an ordinary sugar game for a title, but no, when you think about it, there's a whole lot on the line, isn't there? More than what you'd imagine. One thing I always found about this show that I actually do enjoy, that I actually really do appreciate, is the fact they don't overpower one character over the other. Though one of them's won 14 titles, you don't ever get that idea. You get the fact that they're actually just kind of very equal. Like, certainly sometimes they actually overpower a character in terms of how they shoot, how they use shot composition, everything like that. But here it's just, it's extremely normal. Same thing happened with Rei versus Soya as well. The same thing applies. You never get this idea there's actually one character above the other. They're always to the same degree. Holy crap. That last 2 minutes, I don't think anything can match that this whole entire year. Maybe even the next couple episodes might even up it, but in the sense of any other show topping this, I don't think ever happen. Because god damn it, that was incredible. That last 2 minutes, that was... Oh my god. I can't believe it. That was legit incredible. I don't know how Shaft do it. That's the thing. Shaft just do it somehow. They're absolute madmen at that place. I respect them way too much at this point. They're absolute madmen. God, that just... I can't understand how that was done, but that was incredible. Jesus Christ. Man, this show. I can't understand why people sleep. I can't understand why people sleep on this show at all. This show is legit, like the most incredible thing ever. To even see people not watching it just breaks my heart. Because it's like literally the greatest show ever made. It's just like nothing ever compared to it. It's just too good. Because those last 2 matches prove it exactly. Man. Can't believe it. Oh man, oh my god, even the end card is amazing. Holy crap. The end card's incredible. Oh man, alright. This is a long time coming for me, but let's talk about Sangatsu in a line for a bit. Oh boy, it's been too long since I've been able to say those words. So yeah. Right, let's break down this episode. This episode really kind of dealt with Yanagihara perfectly, because again, he's been one of those characters that's always been there from the start, but you always want to know a little bit more about him. And I think this episode really kind of proved it, the idea of how he's seen these people leave, like one by one, and each time there's a sense of, look, continue for our sake, just continue, and it's just like, man, but the burden they're putting on him, it's incredibly tough. No, I'm not ready for next week either. Like, it's incredibly tough, the burden that's been put on him, because they're not actively doing it. They're not actively saying, look, okay, we're gonna put this burden upon you, because they're not. It's almost as if someone fails something, they say to you, look, okay, do it for my sake. It's not as if they're kind of putting a burden on you, but they don't know how that person feels at one stage. And these people doing it constantly to him, to the point that it's not him winning for his own sake, it's him winning for everyone else's sake at the same time. And that eclipses his own kind of, maybe his own motivation to actually continue as well. Because it's one of those things that if he loses, he's losing for everyone else. It's not just him. Which is the thing that it kind of strikes me about this episode, is the fact that it's not just him that's losing, it's everyone else. And it really kind of deals with this whole entire idea of what happens once work is gone. Like, what do you do? Do you just kind of sit around and everything like that? It kind of deals with that whole entire thing as well. And the same thing applies with Yanagihara. What happens if Yanagihara loses, and what happens to him at that point? Does he just live a normal life? Does he continue? We're not too sure. But it really kind of deals with that whole entire thing of what becomes of you afterwards. And it's actually kind of scary, because sometimes you kind of just realise, like, look, there's nothing left for me after this point, and it's really kind of scary, because you're just sitting there like, what do I do now? And it's a really telling thing. Like, you don't actively see it, like, in the show or anything like that, but you can imagine in the back of your brain how it must be like to actually kind of just go through life as if you have no meaning anymore. Like, that work was the only thing you had left, and once it's been taken away from you, what happens then? You're nothing. And it's actually kind of scary. It really is. So it's actually one of those things. I actually like the idea it's actually been explored as well, because this show tends to explore quite a lot of themes that otherwise are absent. And I think this thing needs to be explored, of what actually happens once you kind of give up what you do. Like, can you live a normal life? Can you not? That's the thing. It's one of those ones of what happens afterwards, and it's actually kind of a telling thing. But as I was saying during the stream, this show, it does something incredible. It doesn't allow the actual characters to overpower one another, which is one of the things I actually really do like, because Yanagihara tends to be the centre point, but at the same time, Shimano is also there for a reason. He's not just there for the sake of being there. No, he's got a reason to be there, and the reason he's got to be there is actually kind of genuine, like, as if everyone else actually does have a genuine reason to be there as well. But it's one of those things, it doesn't overpower the characters, because Yanagihara's actual purpose might be even larger than Shimano's, but it's actually not as if it's actually kind of overpowering to the point that he actually takes the reins all the time. No, Shimano's also there. He's actually also kind of a very active role, a very active character, which I really do enjoy. It's the same thing also happened in the previous arc with Rei and Soya as well, because that whole entire section just told you there's never kind of this overpowerment. They're always kind of equal in the way they are as characters, not just kind of as if, okay, this character is this grandiose being. Look at him, he's grand, he's this amazing person. No, he's always there by He's always known by that by other people, but when he actually comes to fighting, he's an ordinary person. The same thing applies here. Yanagihara is actually a normal person. He's not this person who's actually had his long history of shogi, his long history of titles. No, he's an ordinary person. I really do like that, because certainly other shows can empower characters, and it gets to the point, as I said beforehand, as in the previous streams, that it loses all sense of kind of like you want to care, because you can't, because these characters are too grand and they're going to lose. What's the point? But here, it's never that case, and it's never like they're too grand and they're going to lose. No, it's not that at all. They actually are just completely normal people. It's actually kind of a neat thing. It's one of those ones that's actually kind of an unsung kind of idea about this whole entire show, is the way they actually kind of characterize characters and actually how they personify them afterwards. So I really did like that aspect of the show as well. But man, like this arc is going to be absolutely incredible to actually just kind of witness, kind of just see happen. Like, just because it's just one of those things I want to see it happen. I want to see how they well Shaft do it, because Shaft really did in theory evoke those like kind of that scariness with the sashes themselves, because the sashes aren't as if they're kind of this scary thing, but it's the purpose behind them, the meaning behind them actually makes it really freaking frightening. Because again, as we said beforehand, this idea of how they bind Yanagihara to the point he actually can't breathe, he can't see, he can't do anything, he's just kind of, he's overcome with them, that he's to the point he actually sometimes just loses sight. And it's actually one of those things, it's a legit feeling to actually probably have as well. Like you probably might feel like that, because it's just too much. The idea of these people putting these burdens on you, they don't actively want to, but they actually are inadvertently, it kind of will get the best of you. To the point that as that last shot happened, when it felt as if he was actually kind of taking less of a reins in the whole entire fight, and she actually was taking the advantage, when those sashes came down, you just knew at that point it's not just him, it's everyone else. And that's the kind of the thing. It's not as if it's actively there, but it's actually kind of scary. Like, you always know it's there. The idea of these sashes, the idea of this burden is actually kind of scary. It really is. It's inadvertently one of the most scariest things that you actually do see in a show like this. This idea of a burden that you don't actively look for, but it happens. So it's actually kind of scary when you think about it. But yeah, I mean, damn, the OST as well. The OST is, as I say every single week, the OST is absolutely incredible. It really is. It's one of the things that just really just drives home this whole entire show, I think. Without it, I think the show would still be amazing, still be impeccably done, but I think the OST just raises the stakes, raises everything else in between, just above more than where it is currently without it. So really, really well done this episode, Shaft, because that was legit incredible. Even the VAs, oh my god, the VAs were amazing during this episode. Like, Yanagihara's VA just deserves like every single award just for that performance, because it was absolutely incredible. He conveyed the emotions so perfectly, as if you were watching a live action show. Like, it felt as if you're watching just two actors. If that actually didn't feel like you're watching two actors, that's actually kind of like a kind of disadvantage. But no, you're watching two characters alive. It was actually just, it was incredibly done. It really was. Like, I must say, I really just kind of can't sing the praise enough of the VAs in this show, because they do such an amazing job. It really does show in the actual show itself. But man, yeah. So next week's episode will be pretty freaking amazing, I must say. Like, it will be one of the greatest ones, probably even the greatest. Let's face it, because this show just ups and ups the game all the time. So yeah. Hopefully next week, sorry, brain's a little bit frazzled today, I don't know why. A little bit frazzled today for some profound reason. But, yeah, so hopefully next week's stream actually does come out on time. It actually doesn't fall victim to the whole entire thing with Twitch, because I thought Twitch was going to die at this time, but it didn't die this time. So, yeah, I hope I actually can get it out on time. So, with all that said, I have indeed been the driver. If you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole, and you do want to leave a follow on Twitch, then do leave a follow on Twitch, because indeed it does help quite a bit. If you enjoy what I do here on YouTube, and you do want to leave a like, then do leave a like, because indeed it does help quite a bit. If you enjoy what I do here on YouTube, and you do want to stay a bit longer, then do leave a sub, because indeed it does help quite a bit. But until tomorrow, with hopefully JoJo Part 7, and also maybe something else as well, I shall see you guys then. Bye for now.